The Chicago Bulls defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers last night 136 to 125, sweeping the Cavs in back-to-back games in the first time in a long time. What is going on with this team? This time, I got two things on my mind. We're going to talk about Matas Buzelis and Patrick Williams, but first, you got to hear the music.
Cognac, gang.
Shabu's podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shabu's podcast. If you like what you're listening to, make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. Let's get into it. The Chicago Bulls did exactly that, beating the Cleveland Cavaliers in back-to-back games. Shout out to Nick Vooch with another 20-point performance, this time in a double-double fashion. Y'all already know how I feel about Nick Vooch. He gonna lead a lot more equity before I come in and ride for my guy Nick Vooch. But keep playing well, man. Keep playing well. Josh Giddey continues to be the floor general that we paid for in the offseason. 17-7-7. This guy can just, his pace of play is just tremendous, and it's very fun to watch, to tell you the truth. But this ain't about that. Chicago Bulls now sit at 12-15. This is about Matas Buzelis in a big game that he had yesterday versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Matas, save this game to your Google Drive. You hear me, Matas? You got to save this game to your Google Drive, especially if you want to come through on the prediction that you did in the beginning of the season. You said you want to be most improved player. You have not been bad, Matas Buzelis. You haven't been bad at all. You add 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, and a block and a half per game. That ain't bad, but that ain't something we exactly look at as the most improved player of this NBA. Let's look at some of the negatives that has been going on with Matas Buzelis until this game right now. On occasion, you see signs of a young player out there, Matas Buzelis, out of position, eyes not where they should be, instances, eyes not where they should be, instances of passiveness on offense, being loose with the basketball. All of these things that I just stated can stagger a young player, especially if he got high aspirations like a guy like Matas Buzelis. But with all that shit that I just said, with the out of position and not having your eyes where they should be, instances of passiveness and being loose with the basketball, this kid has managed to average 14, 5, and a block and a half. Just to think, if he put all of that shit together, then we look to the game yesterday. 24 points, 9-15 from the field, 2-8 from the 3-point line, 4-6 from the free throw line. There goes the passiveness of anything, inefficiency. 9-15. Not so much the 3-point range. Those were good shots that he shot. They just did not go in. And getting to the free throw line, that's no more passive. He's not being passive. Then we look at the defensive side, 2 steals and 2 blocks. That's get you out of being out of position and having your eyes where they should not be. And loose with the basketball, Matas Buzelis had 0 turnovers on a 24-point game performance. Getting to the rack, shooting the 3. We've seen a little bit of mid-range jumpers out there for Matas. Could this be the game to propel you to consistency, Matas Buzelis? You got like the last 10 games, Matas. You got 10 games in double figures and 10 games in single digit figures. We need consistent offensive output from Matas Buzelis. And we need it a myriad of ways. We need you to be thinking aggressive at all times. Most of the time, you will have the advantage on your opponent, either it's size or athleticism. Use that dribbling skill that you got, even though I think it could be polished up a little bit more. Use that athleticism. Use that confidence that I know that is within you, Matas Buzelis. This kid is going to be great. And I think he should download this into your Google Drive. And when you have a troubled game or you lose yourself, come back to this game, bro. Because this is the type of Matas Buzelis the Chicago Bulls need. That kid is going to be special, man. He should make the rookie sophomore game. Maybe he'll join the dunking contest. Maybe he could go and try it again. I would hope that he would do that. Now let's get into the second. We got to talk about Patrick Williams, bro. We got to talk about P. Willie. Shout out to TBO. Patrick Williams, the odd man. And I don't mean odd in this personality. I don't mean odd in this disposition. I mean Patrick Williams may be the odd man out. Why do you say that, CDubb? Since his game against the Charlotte Hornets, where he had a breakout performance of 16 points, Patrick Williams has scored a grand total of 10 points in 3 games. And his minutes has decreased in each and every game since that Charlotte game. 24 minutes against the Pelicans, scored 8 points. 11 minutes in the first game against the Cavs, he scored 2 points. And 5 minutes yesterday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he scored nothing. The writing's on the wall, Pat. Maybe it is just the matchups for this particular game. I do not believe that. Patrick Williams can possibly be the most expensive odd man out. $18 million per year. We paid him a couple seasons ago. And in 11 minutes of play, he can only get you 2 points. This has been a sad adventure for Patrick Williams. Sad adventure for Patrick Williams. We don't know where his game went, bro. He had a lot of promise coming after that rookie year. Little did we know that was his peak year, was his rookie year. His numbers has drastically dropped for the last 3 seasons. Is this the point in his career with the Chicago Bulls where Billy's saying, you the odd man out, Patrick? This man played 5 minutes against the Cleveland Cavaliers. My nephew stated a great take. A great take. He says the more Matas plays, the less you will see of Patrick Williams. And you see Matas to the tune of 24 points. I think he played 30 minutes. 33 minutes for Matas Buzelis. 33. After averaging probably about 22 minutes a game for the last 10. So we might be seeing the downfall of, or might be seeing the downplay in minutes for Patrick Williams, bro. And we might be seeing an uptick of play and consistency from Matas Buzelis. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. This is Shy Bulls Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am CDubb. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This team is so bipolar, bro. I'll see y'all on the next one. For sure.
Cognac. Gang.